Hey guys, I want to record a real quick video for you guys on the 403B and the 457 plans. As you know, Forrest T. Jones is coming to school this week, be here Wednesday. And a couple of you had asked me, what was it I said about the plans at the first of the year? What was it that we needed to do, or what was it that maybe they would need to do? And the first thing I would say to do, if you're not, is to start investing. Uh, Missouri has a good teacher retirement, but remember, it's just a pension check. It's just a check. You don't have access to cash, a lump sum, or anything like that. So you're going to need some. You're going to need some cash in retirement to pay for your insurance, to pay for whatever. Um, and so that's where the 403B and the 457 plans come in. Let me tell you real quick about them. The 403B plan, it's similar to the 401k in the private sector you've probably heard of. You can borrow money from it throughout the course of your career if you need to. You would normally access it without penalty at age 55 if you retired at 55. Or if you're still teaching, you can access it without penalty at 59 and a half. The 457 plan, it's kind of a unique plan for educators. It's got some special benefits. One of them is, or one thing about it is, you cannot borrow money from it like you can the 403B. But however, there's no age limit on when you can withdraw from it if you retire or if you separate from service, if you quit or change jobs. So that's a real big plus that we're going to talk about just a minute, and why that's a big deal. So which one do you need? Well, both of them are going to make the same amount of money for you. They're invested similarly, and so they're both going to return the same amount of money, same type of money. So it really depends on where you are in your career, whether you got started early, whether you got started late, what your goals are, what you want to achieve. Um, let's say you've got a late start in your teaching career. The 403B is probably a good option, so you're probably going to teach for sure till you're 55, maybe even past that. And so, um, and you could withdraw from it in a case of emergency, but you're not. Chances are you're not going to retire early. Um, you'd be okay with the 403B because again, you're going to teach to 55 at least and retire, or even into your 60s. And if you're teaching into your 60s, you can actually access the 403B without penalty and continue to teach. So that's a plus there. The 457 for young teachers, absolutely. If you get started early in your career, absolutely the 457 for a couple of key reasons. As you guys know, teacher burnout is a real deal. Even if teachers go through education, the training, they think that's what they want to do. Many times 7 years about the magic number. They say this is not for me. Well, if you have been investing in the 457 for 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and you think this is not for me, I'm changing jobs. Well, you have a cushion all of a sudden. You can have access without penalty to that 457 plan. That gives you some time. That buys you some breathing room to change jobs, maybe to re-educate in a different area, whatever it may be. You just have some options. Um, Say you want to take a year off. You've been paying in. You can do that with the 457. If you take a year off, you can access it without penalty. So, in the big thing, even if you teach your whole career, you can access it at 50 if you retire, at 52 if you retire, at 55, whenever it is. You can access it, and then you can have that money that's your money that you've put back that has been growing to pay for your insurance premiums. And insurance premiums, as you guys know, that's the big one right now for retirees that they have to fight. So, you know, both of them are pre-tax retirement plans. Okay, so Kim is going to take the money out before she pays taxes on it. So here's what this will look like. If you want to do $100 a month, say, Kim, I want to do $100 a month in the 403B plan, you'll see about a $75 or $80 difference in your check because it's pre-tax. That 100 comes out before taxes are applied. So that will make like a $75 or $80 less amount on your check. So that's awesome. Now you'll pay taxes on it at the end when you do retire, when you separate from service, whatever it is. Then it's taxed just like regular income at that time. But both of them are pre-taxed. I can hear you saying it. I can't afford to do this, guys. Let me tell you, you can't afford not to. And the only reason you don't is you've not been taught this stuff. Let me run a couple numbers for you just to show you. We're going to say we start at zero. We're going to put $50 a month in. That's $600 a year. We're never going to increase that. We're going to teach 30 years. We've come right out of college. We're 25 years old. 55 gets us to the rule of 80 roughly. We're ready to retire. We've got our pension, which, by the way, will just be a portion of your check. It won't be the complete check you've been used to. It'll just be a percentage of your check. You're ready to retire, but you have no nest egg. Well, I should have been putting some money back. Okay, let's say we put $50 a month back for 30 years. Never increased that amount. Kept it. Put it under the mattress. The return is zero because it's under the mattress. It's not invested anywhere. So let's see what this looks like. You would have, after the course of 30 years, you would have $18,000. Okay? You've got access to some cash. Now let's say we've put that same $50 a month in a 403B or 457 for 30 years, our entire career, and we never increase it. It's $50 a month, $600 a year for 30 years, but now it's invested, and I'm going to use 10%. And I'll do another video. This video is like a 403B and 457 class 101, okay? If there's enough interest, I'll do a more advanced video to show you where this 10% comes from. Is this a realistic number? Is this low? Is it high? And where I get it from. So we're going to use 10%. This is just what you've got from investing in a 403B or the 457. That same investment, $50 a month, over the course of your career is now $108,000. Yeah, you did well. Much better than putting it under the mattress, okay? That's what I'm saying. There's just no comparison to that. Now let me show you some real magic. Albert Einstein called compounding interest the eighth wonder of the world. Is what we're doing here. Say we start out at $50 a month and you increase that 10% every year. Next year it'd be $55 a month. You see, you increase your amount you contribute just 10% every year. We're going to make 10% over the 30-year period. Let's see now what we've got. We've got $314,000. And just take a look. Let's scroll down here. Here's year one. You put in $50 a month. Year two, you just put in $55 a month. If you go all the way down to year 20, you're still just putting in $200 and some few dollars a month. I mean, this is a very conservative estimate I'm doing here at this. And this is just increasing your contribution just 10% each year over the year previous. Guys, there's no doubt about it. You need to be investing. There's more to it than this. I mean, just doing this won't allow you to teach and be rich. You need a complete financial wellness plan. I mean, you need to look at other things. You need to look at especially debt, and especially credit card debt. You need to look at the insurance, where you're spending your insurance. You need to look at, am I planning for my money? Do I have a cash flow plan? So this is just part of an overall teacher financial wellness plan, but it's a very important part. And the reason I'm trying to stress it is it's like planting a tree. You know when the best time to plant a tree was? Well, it was 20 years ago. The next best time is today. And so that's the way it is with this investing. 403B, 457, the best time would be when you start. The next best time is right now, whatever that is. All right, guys, I hope this helps some, and I'll catch you later.